Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We are here on the opposite mountains of Delphi, which is there in the Parnassus. And we are going to visit the sanctuary today, the sanctuary of Apollo. And we do it like we would be an proper ancient visitor of the sanctuary, and we will use the road and we will enter it like a person of the time would do so. So I have to get down here, and I saw from above that there is a huge statue lying down there on the floor, kinda. A huge rock-cut statue or relief or whatever you want to call it there. And I think it's Prometheus, right? There's the eagle eating its guts. And so yeah, I think it's Prometheus. But we are still too far away to judge about the theme of this relief, floor relief or whatever it is. I don't know. These things are everywhere on the map. They are nothing that would exist in real Greece. Oh, so they are inventions of the game developers. There's a bear. There's another bear. Hello, bear. Don't mind me, please. I'm just a visitor to the sanctuary. What's going on here? That is so weird. Hi? No. Shall we help the Athenians? Haha. I helped you. Oh. Oh. That's weird. There are so many things going on at the moment. Oh, look at that! That's awesome! Bear and pig are fighting. Who will win? I think the bear should win, right? And he did. I think I'm out of here as long as everybody else is occupied. Oh no, the bear eats the Athenians. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. By the way, speaking of Athenians, something happened. Oh, from here it doesn't really look like an eagle, but I think it is, right? Well, we will see. Yeah, something happened. So, in the last episode I mentioned that we turned this region from Spartan occupation to Athenian occupation, and there's a quest. And, well, I had it down to kind of zero influence for the Spartans, so that we could have this battle, and we would have battled on the Athenian side, right? But then I did a quick quest off camera in another region of Greece. Man, don't be so rude. And it was just like killing one of these, how are they called? The mercenaries. These mercenaries. So there was a quest, killing one of these mercenaries, and I thought, yeah, great, I'm gonna kill them anyways. And so I went to Megaris, back to Megaris, where we have been already, and I killed that guy. And it was very quick, so I hopped back to focus via fast travel, and now look what happened in that time. I just went there and back again, and now it's Athenian. This is crazy, isn't it? So they did the battle on their own, and the Athenians won. I wasn't part of it. That I didn't know. I thought I just can come back and nothing will change. But obviously, if one region is down and weakened, and you leave it, then they will decide on their own. I don't know what the odds are, if it also could have been that they had a battle and the Athenians would have lost, or not. That was what's going on here. Now there are two riders. They haven't been there a second before. This is so weird. Yeah, but that's what's going on here. So now this region is Athenian, as we wanted it to be, but we had no part in it other than killing the Spartans before that, but I didn't participate in the battle. That is crazy. And it's also crazy what's going on in the background. So let's talk to that woman.
Is there something you need?
There's wild mandrake that grows out in one of my fields. A witch gathers it sometimes. I don't use the mandrake, so I don't mind. Well, I don't mind that part.
What bothers you then?
The witch dances when she collects the mandrake. It's, well, I suppose provocative is the word I want. I can't get the farmhands to do any work when she's around. Or my husband.
That's a problem. But I'm not going to kill her for dancing.
No, I just want the mandrake gone. Before my husband volunteers to start delivering it.
You want me to bring it to her?
Exactly. It must arrive without a scratch.
Yeah, I can do that later.
All right, I'm in.
You're doing good work.
I should get going.
That's funny. I want to see the witch, the dancing witch. But then it's fun, let her dance. I mean, then everyone is happy. Or not. Well, she is not, obviously. So, but now let's go to Delphi.
I think it's unwise for a man to revere Tityos. He angered Zeus and the other gods, after all.
So it's not Prometheus, but Tityos. So he is a giant, a child of Zeus and Elare, and he was fostered by Gaia, the Earth. And that's maybe why he grew so big. So he tried, while he was in focus, to rape Leto, and
Better stay hidden.
wait, there's a camp, right? Somewhere. we can look in his mouth if there's something. So yeah, he tried to rape Leto, and was therefore killed by Apollo and Artemis. And as a punishment, he was bound to the ground in Hades, and a snake or a vulture, or both of them, the myth is not that clear with that, ate his heart, and it grew back, and they ate it, and it grew back, and they ate it. So it's a similar punishment as Prometheus got. That's why I mistook the statue or this ground relief for Prometheus. But yeah, oh, is that the snake? No, it's two vultures eating its guts. Ugh. Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, and that's his tomb, because that's maybe where he tried to rape Leto. So they put his tomb in the game here. He of course doesn't have a tomb in the real world, because he is legend, and this happens in Hades and not here. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, very unknown giant story, or not so popular one. And there are a lot of, what are these? That's the captain. He looks fancy. I don't know what they are. Thieves, maybe. I don't know. So close to the sanctuary though. That's interesting. Why can they be there? We do not know. I will kill them later. Now we proceed. Hello there. You know?
Step aside.
Ooh. That was the wrong button. You know what? I wanted to say I can ride too.
Off we go
Forgot
now.
about that. Yeah, off we go. So it's raining. That is interesting. Bad weather. I don't like rain. Oh want to have sun and nice weather. I wonder if it's always raining when you approach Delphi. So is this in the code or is it just by chance? What triggers the weather in this game? Are we on the right path? I think so, right? Yes, we are. I saw that bridge from above there. Okay. What's that? There's a little hut. A tent. Where's their tent? Nothing in there. Nobody in there. Okay. Cool. Oh, that's how we reach the sanctuary of Athena. There is, before you enter the sanctuary of Apollo up there, there is a smaller sanctuary to Athena. And it's dedicated to Athena Pronaya. And that's her temple. So let's go here first. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Sanctuary of Athena Pronaya. Why is it a camp? That is so mean. I want to look at it. So we can only look at it from above? Otherwise we have to kill everybody? But there's a market. Can I go there? When am I entering the camp? Yeah, I am entering the camp. So, that's very interesting. That's very mean, too. So, we can only walk up here without being chased by soldiers. Yeah. So this is the main temple to Athena. And it has a very interesting design here in the game. Then that should be a treasury. That one and that one. One dedicated from Massilia and the other one dedicated by the Athenians into the sanctuary of Athena. And okay, that is pretty awesome. There are only these 4 or 5 buildings. There's another one back there that of course were not built at the same time. And there is this Tolos. And I saw it from above, from the mountains on the other side, and was wondering why it is here already, because it was built in the 4th century BCE, and we are in the 5th century BCE. But it's under construction. That's how they did it, and they wanted to display it in any case, so they made a construction site out of it. That is pretty awesome, to be honest. And it's kinda done, right? So let me see. Whoop. Okay, we cannot be here. Oh man, that is mean. Leave me alone, please. I don't want to kill you. Okay. Can we get away from him? This is so annoying that I cannot look at things. I mean, yeah, it's part of the game. It's okay. Are we safe here? Yeah, we are. So, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be... Well, if they had started it at that time, it wouldn't be in that state already. It would be just like, maybe... Look at that weather! Apollo is angry. So, or rather Zeus. He's the one with the lightning bolts. So, yeah, maybe they would have flattened the ground or something, but not yet built up with the Tolos to that degree. But still, it's awesome. I like the construction sites. I already loved them in Assassin's Creed Origins. I wanted to say Odyssey, but we are playing Odyssey. That is pretty cool. There, these paintings on the frieze. Yeah, nice, nice. I mean, I wouldn't paint the columns before the rest is constructed, right? Then the paint would, well, look already worn out. When the thing is built, I would paint it afterwards, when it's done. Oh well. Who knows? So, as we cannot look around properly here, we go up to the main sanctuary. I hope we can have a proper look at the main sanctuary, right? Would be so bad if not. Is that my horse? I think so, right? Well, if not, we use it anyway. Okay, then we go up to the sanctuary in really bad weather. And yeah, everything is very mountainous. And there we go. There it is, in front of us.
Come on.
The sanctuary is kind of a square piece of land.
Off we go now.
Castalian fountain. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. If we drink of it, we have mantic abilities. Nice. Uh-huh. Yeah. And there it comes down from the mountains. Cool. Yes, nicely done. And yeah, let's move on. I think you can even, if you visit Delphi today, the ruins of Delphi, you can even see where the fountain comes down from the mountains. There still remains from a basin, so that's pretty accurate. Then there is some kind of propylon, okay. Oh. And Sanctuary of Delphi, we discovered it. There's the Peribolos wall. Okay, that was a weird camera angle. Yeah, so that the Peribolos wall is that surrounds the sanctuary, and inside is holy grounds. So let's see. Some merchants. Yeah, it's just a simple wall, that's accurate. And oh, that is awesome. I mean, yeah, Delphi was cluttered with anathems and statues and everything, and treasuries, and every free spot was occupied by donators, by statues of donators. And but they look pretty funny. They all look the same, kinda. Huh. Very funny. Yeah, this is awesome. This etc. is existing in real Delphi 2, and it shows the 7 against Thebes and their successors, and it's a donation from Argos. Oh, there we have it. The Epigones are the successors of the 7 against Thebes. That's awesome. Okay, cool. And they're musicians. I love the musicians in the game. That's so cool. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. I'm in no one's way. So, we can talk to that guy. I don't want to. I want to look around. Yeah, there are some merchants. I mean, that's, I think, quite accurate. But let's move on. So what do we have here? That looks like a first treasury. And it should be, from its situation, or from where it is situated, it should be the treasury of Sicyon, built in the end of the 5th century BCE, and it is. This is so awesome. Okay, we cannot enter. Huh. Okay. So yeah, the Siconian treasury. Awesome. That's the back of another one. We will we will see later. So, moving on. We should see another treasury here around the corner. And there it is. It's the Sifnian.
I hope this oracle gives better news than the one in
now we
Sparta.
have discovered the main sanctuary. That's interesting. But let's first go here. Yeah, it might... The caryatids are terrible. Goodness. Yeah, it's the Sifnian treasury. Let's have a look if it is. We don't discover it. That's interesting. We can go inside. Yeah, these are no temples. These are treasuries for all the donations. And, well, so caryatids are statues that carry architecture. And they don't look like that. That is really, really, really bad. And the treasury of Sifnos, or by the Sifnians, was was built before 525 BC, before that date. So it's still archaic. And yeah, interesting. And here we have archaic statues. They look a bit weird.
The sanctuary of Delphi. The gods themselves watch over this land.
Oh, why did she say that? So yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, these are archaistic statues. I don't want to say they are archaic. Yeah, as I said, they look a bit weird. And I think Pausanias mentions a donation from the Cneidians, but I think it's not located properly. By the way, Pausanias is the guy because of whom we know all the buildings and things in Delphi and in many other sites, because he's an ancient traveler who traveled to all these amazing sites and described them in his books. So yeah, you can go to an ancient site where he has been before, take his book and read it, and then you can look left and right and see what he saw in the 2nd century AD though. So he was here much later than we are now. Still, it's very helpful to have his books with you if you visit some ancient sites. It's like a guidebook to antiquity. And he traveled to a lot of places, so it's really, really cool. So, if we go on, we have here Potidaya. The treasury of Potidaya was built around 480 BC. That's that. We cannot enter it, though. Interesting. There's nothing behind it. Okay, fair enough. I'm really disappointed by the treasury of Sifnos. It's one of the most beautiful buildings on the site, and the frieze and everything is in the museum. The museum, by the way, if you ever visit Delphi, is back there in real modern Delphi. And it's a wonderful site. So if you ever have the chance to visit Greece, never miss Delphi. It's beautiful. The location is beautiful in the mountains, and the site is awesome, and the museum is really, really pretty cool. So if we go on, then this should be the treasury of the Athenians, right? I hope so. It is. Fun fact, Athenian treasury. Fun fact, it was built, I guess, later. So it shouldn't be here yet. Okay, but it is. Interesting. Well, we don't mind. Because, I think, in what year are we in? 432? About that? And the treasury of Athens was built around 413. So, yeah. Well, I'm glad we can look at it. So, when we move on, we have this little one here at the corner. This might be the treasury of Megara, but it's not located. That's just a reconstructed location, so we do not know. This one is very tiny. It's pretty cute. And then there are these smaller ones. These are not really, I mean, maybe they are treasuries, but they're tiny, tiny, tiny treasuries. So there's here on that corner, there is the treasury of Knidos, which should be the one down here, I guess. So that one is Knidos, I think. I mean, they're not really properly located, so these are more or less reconstructions. And there would be the treasury of Klaxomenai here, but that doesn't really fit with the archaeological evidence here. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a game. It's a game. Don't you worry. So, this would be a Volaterian. That's an assembly hall. And I think it is. Yes! Haha! Let's have a look inside. Yeah. That's where an assembly can take place. You can sit here on the stairs. Cool! They're working. That's awesome. Nice. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me, please. Let's have a look around. We can go up here. That's nice. Oh, what's that? Maybe that's Python. We cannot enter. That's a pity. Huh. Okay. Let's go further up then. We are reaching the temple very soon. What? Who called me? I guess this guy. Right? Where does that lead to? Leads down here to another terrace. Wait, oh, we're on that terrace. So there could be a treasury of Cyrene. Maybe? Let's check that out. It's quite big. Where are you? It doesn't say anything, right? We cannot enter it. Then we assume it is. Right? There's a little etc. That's cool. These things are everywhere in Greek sanctuaries. So yeah, that's pretty good that they added them here too. Then up there, I do not know what that would be. Another treasury, supposedly. Oh, and this might be the Stoa of the Athenians. Right? It's a dedication after the Greco-Persian Wars. Doesn't say anything here. Ah, Athenian portico. There we go. Haha. Awesome. Nice. With all these dedications. These should be Persian shields and armors, though. Cool. Nice. Yeah, and that's part of ships, because ships had a pretty big role in the victory against the Persians. Nice. Okay. What's that? Oh, that's one of the Hermes statues where we can get tasks. Okay, let's talk to that guy, I suppose. What's that? Oh no, what is it? A treasury. It's just some treasury. Some unknown treasury. Okay. Got it. Uh-huh. Cool. Looks like all the others. So let's talk to that guy. Hey.
Malaka! If it isn't the Eagle Bearer herself. You got big since Kefalonia.
And you got old, Photios the dog's breath. Last time I saw you, I think I lit your ship on fire.
My ship and my beard. These days, thankfully, I've semi-retired.
Do people pay mercenaries here more than they did in Kefalonia?
Of course they do. Better than Marcos, that's for sure.
Everyone pays more than Marcos. You're lucky I took all his crazy contracts.
I was a fast learner. He's a rotten cheat. I only accept the easy stuff now. I'm working as a watchman this very moment. The cushy job. Most days.
Okay, so he's a fellow mercenary.
Once a mercenary, always a mercenary. It's a job you can never shake off.
Right you are. I'm learning that all the more now. Trouble goes and comes back twice.
Did something happen?
A couple of priests ransacked this treasury. They took the sapphires offered by a Thracian king. The bastards.
Your employer won't like that.
No, but you like this. Make an example of the thieves. You find them and the sapphires, and I pay you much better than you're used to in Kefalonia.
Huh, sounds like a job.
All right, I'll help you. But
But what?
Okay. He offered to pay?
you know, my help doesn't come cheap, Photios.
You are always reliable. Deadly and drachmi hungry, but reliable.
So I'm hunting priests. Where do I start?
Priests aren't used to thief business. They probably hid somewhere quiet. Check the caves west of here.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect priests to be jewel thieves.
They didn't take the drachmi or the silver. They knew those sapphires were the most valuable things here. That's priest knowledge.
Shouldn't be long before I find them.
Okay, we got a quest. Nice. So this treasury was robbed. No wonder the door is missing. So you should have put a door there, right? Then they wouldn't have stolen maybe the sapphires? Maybe? Just a suggestion. So there's another unknown treasury. Okay. They really look all the same, right? Well, kind of. These are pillars and these are columns. This is Doric. This is nothing because it's pillars. Okay. What? Who's screaming? Don't they like the music? I don't know. Can I collect that flower? That looks nice. I like it. Oh, it's the Sibyl rock. Hey! I discovered the rock of the Sibyl. Nice. He's set here. Cool. Then let's go on. There's a torch on the floor. And wine. Somebody left his wine here. Weird people. Let's go up to the temple though. Speak with the oracle. Yeah, sure. Oh, the snake column. That is awesome. Oh. It's not Istanbul. You can still look at it and marvel at it. It was taken and brought there, and that's why it's still preserved, by the way. Cool. That's a Kouros statue, so that's what these archaic statues are called. Kouros. And it's, yeah, the Apollo of Salamina. Though that's, of course, the modern name. It was called Salamis in ancient Greek. Okay. It's an island. Tripod of Plataea. Okay, we have two then. That now I'm... Oh, it says something else. Now I'm very confused. So that must be the tripod of Plataea, that one. And that... and that... What was that? I don't know, we cannot climb it. Huh. Yeah, so that was dedicated, by the way, this tripod of Plataea, after the victory at Plataea against the Persians again in 479. Uh-huh. Okay. And yeah, that must be the one. And it's in Istanbul. Okay. But I said that already. So this is the main temple, the Temple of Apollo. We will have a look at... Oh, I already say that it's terribly wrong. But we will have a closer look at it. Let's first look around. There's another quest. There are more treasuries. An altar. Yeah, random altar. And there is a quest. Let's grab that real quick.
Ah, Mistios. Well, aren't you a sight to my aged eyes? Young, energetic. Perhaps I should just pay for your body instead of your help.
I'm not that kind of mercenary. I've always wanted a... What?
Watch yourself. That's not my line of work.
Oh, forgive me. I'm amazed the gods would send me someone so well-suited to help me, but who is also so appealing to me physically.
I'm glad to hear it.
Korygos, my husband, is having some difficulties keeping up with my hunger for pleasure.
I imagine any man would.
Oh, I have many lovers, but he's my soulmate. When we're together, it's indescribable.
Then don't describe it.
When we were younger, we would run into the moonlit forest, shed our clothes, and pleasure each other until sunrise. Our howls of ecstasy would echo throughout the valleys.
That's awesome. She's pretty cool. Man of God, stop.
I hope I'm as feisty as you at your age.
I'm feistier now than I've ever been.
What does this have to do with me?
I've learned of a powerful elixir, which if consumed will give someone the vigor and stamina of Eros. If you can gather me the ingredients, I can make it for my husband.
She doesn't need it.
All right, I'll find the ingredients. If you promise to keep your nocturnal activities to yourself.
I have some drachmi, and Korygos has more. If you can bring me some bear scrotum and a deer tongue, I can make the elixir.
Oh, is that all you need?
Don't worry, I'll reward you well. I'm sure Korygos will be thankful also.
So Viagra.
Where can I find a bear near here?
I heard there's a cave near the sanctuary that a large male bear has claimed.
Are there any deer nearby?
This is for keys. There's deer all over the place.
True, I saw a lot.
This elixir sounds odd. Where did you learn about it?
Why, the Pythia told me about it. She's so wise solving a problem I didn't even know I'd have.
I'll be back with the ingredients soon.
The Pythia told her? Sure about that? That's awesome. It's a very funny quest. Okay, more treasuries, I suppose. No, we cannot get in any of these. I mean, fair enough. Because there's treasure in there, so they wouldn't be open, right? Only that one that people stole out of it. And here's the theater! Yay! There was a theater at that very place, but it was built in the 2nd century BCE. So, not here yet. That is pretty nice. Cool. I like it. And even later on there was a stadium up there. But that's not here. That's good. Because it wasn't there in that time that we are playing in. Pretty nice. I'm important. I sit here in the shadow. Cool. There's no play going on. That's sad. So let's have a look at the temple itself. So there were many a temple in Delphi that got destroyed and reconstructed and destroyed and rebuilt and destroyed. So you can read sometimes that there were 6 temples, but then if they count to 6, 3 of them are mythological. So there are 3 mythical temples, if you want it like that, and 3 that we have archaeological record of. So this is of course the temple that we have archaeological record of, the temple you see here, and as we are playing in the 5th century, this should be the 6th century BCE temple, built in the 6th century BCE. The temple you see nowadays in Delphi, if you visit it, is the 6th temple, because that temple that we see here was destroyed either by an earthquake or, yeah, it burned down, and then they rebuilt another temple, the one that you see now on the side if you go there. So fundaments are still there and some columns and yada yada yada. There's also nice reconstructions in the museum.
Cassandra, isn't this remarkable? We're so close to the gods, I can feel Apollo all around me. How did it go with Elpinor?
We can talk later in private. Who's this?
Just a simple pilgrim.
He just saw the oracle. I couldn't help but ask if she's as glorious as they say.
Well, is she?
She left me with more questions than answers.
That's the oracle for you.
You weren't lying. It really is the spear of Leonidas.
I may have mentioned you.
Oh, we triggered something. Well, now we have to go through that before we look at the temple. Who is that mysterious guy? I think before we speak, we should be more... I don't know. Is it important that he knows or not? Because I myself don't know the story behind it yet, probably, so... Yeah, let's tell him to think. That's all. Thinking is always good.
Malaka. Varnavas, use your head.
Well, it's just he seemed interested in legends. Like you. I thought you might get along.
How did...
It's Herodotus! That is so funny! Of course we speak to him.
You know my spear just by looking at it? You're more than some simple pilgrim.
All things in Delphi are more than they appear. Even I. My name is Herodotus. I'm a storyteller. Or I was. This war is forcing us all to new extremes.
That much is true. Why are you hiding your identity?
I'm here on behalf of a man in Athens. A very powerful man. We intend to finally end this war.
You told me you came to ask the oracle a personal question.
War is personal, Barnabas.
So, you came to seek the Pythia's guidance on how to end the war?
I did. Though something is wrong in Delphi. Guards at every turn, people being turned away.
You don't seem convinced the Pythia can be believed. What did she tell you?
I asked her to show the path to the war's end. She said, spring should not wish for winter, as it brings death with it.
Such wisdom. I don't understand a word of it, but that's why she's in there and we're out here.
I know a threat when I hear one.
You were on Kefalonia for too long.
This line is ridiculous. Are there always this many people to see the Pythia?
These are more than just people. Every city sends a Theori, or sacred ambassadors to seek guidance on behalf of their people. The Pythia not only shapes the destinies of individuals, but of the entire Greek world.
Imagine what power one would have if they controlled what came out of her mouth.
Apollo controls this.
Of course he does.
Delphi is nothing, like they say. Has it always been like this?
No. This was once an open and welcoming place. But war changes things. people seek out the Pythia for more political reasons. Prophecies in times of war often stir violent emotions.
It's wise to keep your blades sheathed. Drawing blood in Delphi is considered an insult to Apollo. Punishment is severe.
I have my own questions for the Pythia. But this time, I'll be an old woman by the time I see her.
You're joking! You carry more blades than a field of grass!
I didn't come here to start trouble.
Trouble? Just walk in! Who's going to stop you? The priest?
All right. But if things get out of hand, I'm blaming you, Barnabas.
Is she not every bit as great as I said?
Oh, we spoke to Herodotus. Cool. Ah, that's so awesome. Ah, so no, but back to the temple. Ugh, there's blood on the altar. Okay, it's very small. There are offerings. What's that? A sheep, a goat, a sheep. Apollo will be pleased. So yeah, now the fifth Apollo temple, if you count it with the mythological ones, and the mythological ones they're funny. One was supposed to be made of laurel, like bushes or twigs, and the second of wax and feathers, and the third of ore. So yeah, you know what I mean. And then we get into the real ones that we have archaeological record of, and that is this one, the 6th century temple. And we know of it because there are some Doric columns that belong to it, and because the statues of the pediment, or the reliefs of the pediment, were kept and buried in the sanctuary, and archaeologists found them. So yeah, we know how they looked like, and they didn't look like that at all. So this is the wrong pediment relief. We would have on the east side a chariot with Apollo in it, with 4 horses shown from the front, and yeah, some more figures, of course, not only the chariot. And on the west side, come on, run. There you go. Oh, there's the charioteer of Delphi. Okay, that's awesome. That figure is in the museum. Yeah, there it says. Yeah, that, not the chariot itself, but him. So the charioteer, the man. It's preserved, and it's in the museum. It's made of bronze. That is so cool. And there it is, in reconstruction, standing in the sanctuary. That's awesome. Oh yeah, and here we have the... What? We have the west pediment, and this one is the same as the east pediment in the game, but in real life it would be a gigantomachia, so the fight between gods and the giants. A very popular theme in antiquity. It's everywhere. So yeah, that's sad. Why did they do that? I do not know. I mean, that is or could be even a gigantomachie, but the wrong one. There's Athena fighting, and this is Heracles, I suppose. I don't know. Let's see if we can get in. There's a Spartan soldier. The others were Athenians, right? That's weird. Oh well, I mean, this is neutral ground. How can we enter the... Oh, we can synchronize it. Let's do that. It's up there, I suppose. Yes, on the acrotair. Yeah, these are definitely depictions of the giants. They sometimes have these snake bodies. And this is definitely Heracles. I don't know what these shields are doing here. That's a weird composition. This is Athena fighting 2 other giants, or 3 at once. Okay. Well, there's a Nikki as a Clotaire, and let's synchronize. Cool. Temple of Apollo. Yay! Boom. And we land behind the charioteer. So how do we get in the temple though? That's the Alpistodome, the backside of the temple. There are things going on. People camping here. No, they don't camp. Oh, it's donations. No camping. Base donations. These are called cratères, by the way. These things. You mix wine and water in them. And then you drink it, of course. I have been there already. I want to go in the temple. So they advised me just to go in, right? Okay. The door is closed. That's a problem. Is that the priest? Hey, you.
I'm here to see the Pythia.
Only those chosen by the light of Apollo may enter.
How does one get chosen?
One goes to the back of the line.
Do I look like someone who waits in line?
Enter into the light of Apollo, the light that illuminates shadow. Choose your question wisely, mortal, for you have but one. Speak, truth seeker.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, by the way, we do not know how or where the Pythia was situated in the temple. It must have been like an attiton, so a closed up little niche or whatever, and the seeker would not see her, most probably. But she would like mumble her divine words, and then a priest would tell the seeker what he reconstructed out of that mumbling. And most of the time it was not a very clear oracle or advice. So, yeah, that's very interesting how it is done here. We speak to her directly. An ancient seeker would not have done that, by no means. We have already talked to our father, so I want to know where my mother is. I want to know different things. I don't want to know where my father or mother is. I don't care. I mean, we do. Okay, wait, sorry. We do care. Where's my mother?
I lost my mother when I was young. I have to find her. Where is she?
It's you! From the visions! The child on the mountain!
How could you know that?
You need to leave. Now.
Leave? Do you have any idea what I've been through to get here?
Oh, but I do. I saw you feign ignorance in Kausos. You let an unknown sickness govern your decision. Innocents died thanks to you.
But how?
No one can hide from the light.
Please. I've come this far. You must have the answers I seek.
Child of the mountain, the cult of Cosmos have eyes everywhere. They will kill you.
Cult of Cosmos?
The Oracle has spoken! The prophecy is yours!
You never answered my question!
The Pythia is done for the day.
I'm not leaving until I get answers! Herodotus, you're still here. Where's Varnavas?
He's gone back to your ship. You don't look happy with your prophecy.
She knew who I was.
She's the Pythia. It's her business to act like she knows you.
That was no act. She said she had visions of me as a child on a mountain.
What child hasn't stood on a mountain?
I was thrown from that mountain. My life started and ended on that mountain, I'm telling you. She knew who I was, what I'd done. Tried to warn me.
Warn you? About what?
We tell him because he's a wise man. Well, that's very interesting. So, if I hadn't killed those peasants in Kaunos, would that have went differently? Could I have talked to her? And would I know now where my mother is? I now want to play it a second time with the other option. I knew that was a mistake. I knew it. Okay, we tell him.
She mentioned the cult of Cosmos. Does this mean anything to you?
I'd heard whispers. A cult unlike any other coming to Delphi. But I paid them no mind.
And the Pythia seemed afraid of them. The guards took her away.
Took her away? Then the whispers were true. If this cult has corrupted the Pythia... This is devastating news. Do you understand what this means? Through her, the cult controls the world.
I need to speak with her when she's not so well protected.
That would require a miracle from the gods. She is always protected.
You know more about the Pythia than I do. Where would she be?
When she's not in the Temple of Apollo, she's at her home in the Hora of Delphi.
I can't go breaking down every door until I find her.
The Oracle's home is probably easy enough to spot. She'd be the only person in the Hora of Delphi who can afford to live in luxury.
Where in the Hora of Delphi does the Pythia live?
I've heard she lives on the outskirts of the village, but be warned, she will be guarded. Not everyone comes to see the Oracle with the best of intentions.
I'll find where the Pythia lives, and I will get answers.
Cassandra, don't forget. Brute force is useless when finesse is required.
We are all but brute force, though. No, we're not. Well, maybe. I don't know yet. So that's very interesting. They took her away. I mean, it's kind of true for antiquity. Who controlled Delphi controlled kind of the ancient known world, the Greek world. No, even over the borders of Greek. So, or of Greece, not of Greek. Because, I mean, everybody came here. It's a pan-Hellenic sanctuary and did seek answers from the Oracle. That is true. And they had their spies and ears and eyes everywhere. So they were like a centralized powerhouse where they could, with their oracles that were interpreted by the priests, they could change things. And people trusted the Oracle. So it was very important to be informed here and to make the right decisions. The priests had to be very smart politicians too. So that went a very long episode because I was marveling at Delphi. I hope you forgive me for that, and I hope you enjoyed it too, this little tour through Delphi. If you want to know more, leave a comment in the comment section. I will answer for sure. Or read up on Delphi. It's a pretty awesome place. Or just go there and visit the museum and the site. That's the most awesome thing you can do. I mean, maybe not the most awesome thing, but it will leave an impression on you and your life. If you like ruins, that is. So, enough mumbling. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome and adventurous day, and